So, my brothers and sisters, what is life without dragons? To me, nothing. I need my dragon with me all the time. Because without my dragon, I'm nothing. The dragon and I are connected. We are always together. In the beginning, I always wondered, why take someone else? But yeah, that is not the point. Because the answer was that the dragon always was with you. Always was. It was not a choice of my dragon. It was a choice of fate. Of how it is. It was a choice of my dragon to come to me and to be there with me. But he comes from far away, my brothers and sisters. From very far away. In the beginning of my path, I came to discover as well that my dragon took me along into a journey, a long, long journey. That even time itself was not the same as time as we know it here. Time was gigantic. It took like a lifetime in itself, like it took 80 years or something like this. The dragon took me along, and I was still here in the physical realm as a human being, but I was like a zombie. I was nothing. But there was another me, another side of myself that was discovering something different. I was going along with my dragon. I could see my dragon. I could experience my dragon. But the journey in itself that we had, while I took the claw of my dragon, I had a claw myself. It was a brown claw. I could very much remember it, like I still have it to this day. It was a large claw, a claw of brown color. It was so beautiful to see, and I could touch my dragon with it. And it took me along to a journey. And this journey was a long, long time. So don't see it like a few seconds. So in this journey, we came across a lot of things, many things, before we reached our destination. And and that is where I came to discover as well that every time when there is some kind of a different world that we went through a different kind of gate. And that is what it is, a gate, a different gate, a different dimension, a different place, a different universe even, where we go through. It was like an entire lifetime in itself, where we have to go through a dimension and live there in this dimension, but traveling along, going by it. So sometimes people ask me, how do you discover so many gates? Because I had lifetimes in my experience as going along with my dragon. It's not for nothing that I was for 5 months here on this world, in this world, alone, living like a zombie, living like I was insane. I was empty. Everything inside of myself was empty. People said how insane did I become in these 5 months. But that was simply because my dragon soul was gone at that moment. I was having my awakening, but not enough, because I was pushing the dragon away. And my dragon responded by taking my dragon spirit out. So let me know what it is without the dragon spirit, because I was not accepting it. Not accepting the dragon spirit, nor the dragon by my side. So he took me, he actually wanted to recognize 2 of them, that I recognized a dragon soul and that I recognized him by my side. So he took me away from it. Let me show what it is to live without the dragon by my side and without the dragon soul. I even hurt myself out of pure confusion, because I was empty, so much empty. And inside of this other journey that I had, I was living as a dragon. I was living as, not as you can see in front of you with a human face. I saw everything about me, even the tail and things like this. It was like a lifetime. Like I said, I could discover so many things. And every lifetime seems like we went through a different world, a different dimension, a different place where all of these creatures, different kind of creatures exist. The first gate, I could remember that it was filled with humans. humans that used to live on Earth, humans that live inside of this first gate. And that sometimes I asked these people, what is this? And they couldn't respond. But we went through all the time, and then there was the second gate, and the further you go, the lesser of humans that you can see, more like creatures and animals and mythical creatures as well, mythical creatures that I could see. And the further I could go, the more I could see of these mythical creatures. And so I counted 5 different gates to go further. Every gate that I went through was one gate closer. And the 5th gate was the first time that I could see dragons. Dragons, but not only dragons, also other different kind of creatures. Humanoid creatures, animalistic creatures, everything. But also mythical creatures. That's what humans say that is not existent. So that I came to discover as well in this 5th gate, there was also another gate that I had to. It was like a test. It was like a test. I was inside of the 5th gate. My dragon let me know that we are not going to go further. So this is it actually. But I didn't understand what my dragon was actually saying. I was already so happy that there were dragons, and I was one myself. So yeah, I could communicate. That was fun. But it was also shared with other different kind of creatures. It was like a fairy tale. It was like some kind of a fantasy movie. But I loved it. I loved this place. The further the gates go, the more I felt home. But this was still not our final destination. This was just another test that I had to go through. So I was in front of my dragon, and my dragon was actually putting me to the test, putting me to the test in all sorts of draconic behavior, and all of the things that I had to do. But I didn't understand why my dragon was doing this. So my dragon as well took me my hand again and took me along. There was one gate further, inside of the 5th gate. And so this was the moment that I had to show Leviathan, the gate of the dragon himself, because that's what it is. That this is where I could see inside of the 5th gate. I could see Leviathan for the first time, and Leviathan was in front of the dragon's gate. And so after a while, it seemed that I succeeded in whatever I did. I succeeded in loving my dragon. I loved my dragon so much. I had my key with it, and Leviathan was actually judging me together alongside with my dragon by my side. And that is what happened, my brothers and sisters. That is the first moment that I could put my claw actually for the first time on the ground of the dragon realm. It was a journey of lifetimes. It was, and even on the way back, it was simply not one lifetime. It's so far away. Humans wonder themselves why they don't see dragons in this place. Dragons are in a place far away from this. They used to be here. They used to be in this physical realm, alongside with all of these other creatures. Creatures that now is being seen as mythical creatures. But I could see all sorts of kind of mythical creatures. But I only could care for the dragon. And the dragon was very, very, very far away. And the dragon used to be here. I believe, and not only believe, I experienced and feel the presence of the dragon in this world where we live. And that is so unfortunate. I cannot live without dragons, especially not after that experience. Because after such a journey to go all of the 5 gates, I wanted to be and to stay there. I wanted to stay there forever. I came to understand that once you are in the dragon realm, you are born. You are born out of an egg, live a long lifespan, live as a dragon. And then you go back again. You go back, but that is it. My dragon wanted to show me the 5 gates. The 5 gates where the dragons are. And that is what it is, my brothers and sisters. That is what the 5 gates are. They are different dimensions. And you have to go through them in order to find the dragon realms. So yeah, but not everyone can do this. There are so many people, witches and all. Oh yeah, I want to summon the dragon. First of all, you need a key for that. And the key is that you have a dragon by your side. The key is that you are born with the dragon. This key cannot be given to you to another simply because you want it. No, you are born with this key of the dragon realm. And even if you have the key of the 5 gates, you still have to confront Leviathan. Leviathan is the judge. Leviathan is the gate itself. Leviathan stands before it. And so Leviathan, and that is what I love about this. I was accepted. I was accepted by a dragon god. He judged me, but he judged me with a positive result. And I was so happy, actually. I was so glad, actually, that I was worthy. And that is what I said. That is the reason why I pushed the dragon away. That I was not worthy. I didn't feel worthy. Well, we'll see about this. So let us stand before Leviathan inside of the 5th gate. It's a far away place. It's unreachable. Unreachable from this place on. It's even unreachable to even reach out for the other gates even. A gate is a different lifestyle. With that lifetime, it's a different place. It's a different everything about the different gates. That is why sometimes people say the 5 rings of the dragon. Well, actually, I call them the 5 gates because it felt like a gate. It felt, and also my dragon altar. Also, I reached out for different gates inside of the dragon realm, my dragon altar, so that I could finally actually reach out for my dragon. Unreachable, my brothers and sisters. Unless you have your dragon by your side who can show you the 5 gates.